Has Binance been doing the same thing as FTX? It seems like they've been moving billions of dollars around without us knowing about it. Or is this all BS? Recently, Forbes claimed that Binance transferred $1.8 billion in stablecoin collateral to hedge funds, including Alameda and Cumberland DRW, leaving its other investors exposed. In this video, you and I will be diving into the details of this intriguing story and figuring out what really went down. So Forbes recently investigated how Binance handles its customers' money and stablecoin collateral. The investigation found some transactions that look suspicious, but they could be innocent. However, Binance's responses to the investigation have been unclear and sometimes contradictory, which makes people worried. This is especially concerning because people are becoming more wary of companies that don't keep their customers' money on the blockchain. Now, Forbes found out that on August 17, 2022, a large amount of collateral worth $1.78 billion was moved out of Binance wallets that was supposed to be used to support stablecoins, specifically b-USDC. They discovered that $1.2 billion of this money was sent to a trading company called Cumberland DRW. The rest of the money was sent to other companies like Alameda Research, which has since gone out of business, and Amber Group, which provides services for cryptocurrencies. Note, Binance has not disputed these findings. According to Forbes, a lot of money was moved out of Binance's wallets, but the amount of b-USDC tokens in circulation didn't go down. Binance has tried to explain this, but their explanations have been inconsistent and honestly just not convincing. This could mean that they might have misused their customers' money. Binance officials gave different and even contradicting reasons before giving a more detailed explanation. Binance's responses have also been defensive and not very helpful in clearing up the situation. So Forbes started investigating Binance because there were signs that there had been problems with how Binance managed its assets in the past. Binance admitted to Bloomberg that it had not always kept a clear record of how it was backing up its B assets, which are wrapped versions of other assets. Binance tried to say that the investigation was just a conspiracy theory and that Forbes was only trying to get more people to read their article. This is not a good way for a company to act, especially one that is in a high-risk industry that has had problems with fraud in the past. In fact, the CEO of Binance, Changpeng Zhao, tried to defend his company by saying that Forbes was just trying to create fear, uncertainty, and doubt, FUD, with their reporting. However, this kind of response is typical of crypto companies when they're being investigated, and it doesn't actually address the real issues. In reality, when the people in charge of a company don't give clear answers to important questions, it can cause even more confusion and anxiety than if they had just answered the questions honestly in the first place. It's better to address the concerns raised by journalists than to dismiss them as FUD. One theory, although not proven, is that Binance may have used the money supporting b-USDC for other purposes, which could make the money less safe. This is called rehypothecation. Ram Aluwalia, the CEO and co-founder of Alameda, spoke about this on a show called CoinDesk. Forbes thinks that what Binance did is similar to what caused FTX to fail. Research firm Chain Argos reported on January 2nd that there was unusual activity related to a loan of about $1 billion that lasted for around 100 days. They weren't sure what exactly happened, but they noted that the loan was very large, done manually, and recently. Forbes has suggested another theory regarding the transactions reported. It's possible that the transactions were actually a swap of USDC for b-USD issued by Paxos. This would allow Binance to collect the rising interest on instruments, including US Treasury bonds that back the stablecoins instead of Circle. This could be a good business move, but it could also mean that b-USDC was backed by b-USD instead of USDC at certain points. Binance says it didn't do anything wrong and didn't use customers' money for anything else, but its initial explanations don't match up with what Forbes found. Binance's chief strategy officer, Patrick Hillman, said that they don't need to use on-chain wallets to keep track of customers' money, and they have an internal ledger instead. This means customers have to trust Binance to keep their money safe, instead of being able to see for themselves. Binance also said they have a new system to prove they have enough money, but the suspicious transactions happened before they had this system. Making matters even more complicated, a Binance spokesperson made a statement that suggests customer funds are custodied in segregated on-chain wallets, contradicting Hillman's earlier explanation. The spokesperson acknowledges that wallet management processes for Binance Peg token collateral were not always flawless, but he insists that the collateralization of user assets was not affected. On February 28th, Zhao reported to Forbes Article on Twitter, offering a different explanation than what was previously provided by a Binance executive and spokesperson. Zhao claimed that the transactions in question were simply old blockchain transactions started by Binance's clients, and that customers are free to withdraw their assets anytime. However, this explanation raises questions as to whether the transactions were not mediated by Binance at all, which contradicts Binance's previous claims that they were part of internal rebalancing. Also, Zhao's claim that a single customer, Cumberland DRW, alone owned or managed $1.2 billion worth of USDC on Binance is really unusual. The rest of Zhao's thread reiterated Binance's track record and cited their recent implementation of a proof of reserve system, while also suggesting that his Chinese ethnicity was unfairly brought up in the Forbes article. I mean, I think playing the minority card here is a bit of a stretch, especially considering the article only referred to him as Chinese Canadian once in the introduction. So here's the question. Which side are you on? Do you think Zhao is 100% innocent? Or do you think he's hiding something? Comment down below with your answer, and if you found this video interesting, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you again here next time at Crypto Bytes.